good, YouTube? It's your girl Marishante, and I'm back again with another video. In today's video, it's gonna be a little talk, a little sit down mukbang type of thing. But let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a little talk, and it's a talk on relationships, y'all. Relationships. And I'm gonna read my talk smooth. And it's not just like about like the relationships, it's like platonic friendships, everything around that area. But I mean, that's how you go. So we're gonna get started because I don't want the video to be too long. I like doing long videos. So first is really about, hold on, I'm gonna cut this part out. So first, I took notes on like what I think and came up with because I watched the whole sermon, and it was by the Lighthouse Church. That's Keon Henderson, and he talked a lot about relationships. So I'm gonna talk, and I got my Bible because there's some facts in there, y'all, and I got this. It's like a verse finder for different situations. So my first point about relationships is being desperate, y'all. Being desperate. On my notes because I wrote some good stuff on this. So when you're desperate and single, you should give yourself time, a time period to get to know yourself and be alone. And get to know God, because it's important. If you can't spend time in your own company, how do you expect to be without your partner or times alone? When you break up, you're alone. I don't think you want to go crazy when you have to stay home and your partner has to go to work, the store, school, I don't know, travel. I don't know what your partner do, but you need to know how to be alone, because if you can't spend time in your own company, you'll be like driven to kind of like an insanity when you're by yourself. And you need to be able to love yourself and be comfortable by yourself, because that's what life is. You walk through this life alone. It's you and God. So that's why you need to grow with God as well. But learn to be alone. Learn to be alone. It's hard, but and it pays off, because you'll feel like you don't have to have like toxic relationships, bad vibes around just to feel like you need to be around people. And when people are using you or just not there for you, you can be by yourself and not comfort with that because you got God. So yeah. My next point is privacy. So I think it's important to keep you and your partner's business private. Even if you're talking to somebody, you should always keep your business private. That doesn't mean people can't know that you're in a relationship or talking. It just means the world doesn't need to know you and your partner's intimate.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You and your partner's intimacy level, or what y'all do 24/7. People don't need to know that. So you need to know how to be private, because a lot of people are not praying for the best for you, and there's haters out here. And it's not like, oh, you gotta hide, but you should keep yourself private, because when you let the world know, it's like, who is it for, you or the world? What's it for? So next, being honest with your intentions. I do want to say, I don't want to say I'm a hypocrite on this, but I'm a very shy person. So I don't do this, but I do believe it's important. And like, I'm growing as a person still. So I'm trying to learn how to do this more. So being honest with your intentions. I think if a girl likes a guy, that's her friend, or a guy likes a girl, that's his friend, be honest. Let them know that you like them. Like, it doesn't have to be like a thing where it's like, I like you, I want to be with you. I think it's more important to be honest about that when you're in a friendship, because who knows the possibilities later down the line. I think you shouldn't rush into nothing if you like your friend or something like that, because that's my predicament right now. And I think it's better to know, so you could just know. But it's okay not to be with each other, especially if y'all are both growing and maturing and stuff. It's time later down the line to try relationships and stuff. So it's better to get to know the person as a friend and continue, and it does not have to be like a dating or talking type of thing. At least you just know. So it's kind of hypocritical though for me to say that, because I don't know if I could do it. But I think it is better to know, because then like it'll clear up if say it's two friends. Say they both like each other. Say one takes the initiative to tell the other that they like them. Then it's like, oh, we both like each other. Maybe there's a possibility. And you could just get to know each other more genuinely. So that's the example one. Example two. Say they both like each other. Nobody takes the initiative, but they react and show their flirtiness or just like their interest in a different way. The girl could be thinking you don't like her, because that's happened to me. I thought somebody liked me, and then like they were one way, and then it just kind of changed, and I was like, dang, I don't feel like now it feels like you're doing too much. So somebody take the initiative in the friendship. That's my advice to you today. Take the initiative. Tell her you like her, bro. Tell him you like him, girl. So tell him. What's the worst that could happen? They don't like you, and they just don't like you. I was literally like, oh, he's probably gonna come in. Guess I was alright. Wait. Gotta listen to the voice. I was literally like, oh, he's probably gonna come in. Guess I was alright. Well.
Boy, if you don't get...
Okay, back to the conversation. Cut all that extra stuff out. Not giving everyone the same access. What I mean by that is, if you're in a relationship or you're just talking to somebody you really like, if you're a guy, don't let every girl, if you're a girl, don't let every boy talk to you the same as you would like your partner. And I say that because it's just kind of like respecting and a thing to reassure them that you really do care and you really do want them. If you're unsure you could do that, don't get with them, period. So have the same access to your partner or who you like. Don't let nobody have that. Don't let them. It's important to show the person they're different. So an example is like with me, when I like somebody or I'm talking to somebody or I'm just somebody, say I'm your friend and I like you, the way you would know is like just random stuff, talking about random stuff, FaceTiming, texting, joking. And you could ask any of my other friends, I don't do that. I don't text. I really don't text back. I don't FaceTime at all. But it's just don't give everybody the same access you would give somebody you like or talk to or dating, because that's just misleading. So I don't do anything like of that sort with other guy friends. So that's advice. Don't do that, because then it's like, dang, do she want me, do she not, do she want me, do she not? And I honestly have to work on my communication with my friends because I never really respond. And it's kind of giving an L, fine. But you will never have to tell me to work on communicating with the person I like for my partner, because I always communicate 24/7. Trust. Next thing, cut that out. Next thing is patience. Don't rush things. So when you're talking to somebody or you're trying to get to know somebody on a deeper level, don't rush things. Don't try to rush into relationships. Like, if you're talking to them for like 2 weeks, I don't recommend like being like, oh, if they ask you to be the guy, I wouldn't say yes. Just wouldn't. Don't recommend. Because if somebody really wants to know you and have something long lasting, they're gonna want to talk to you for a long time period, more than 2 weeks. So don't rush things, because that's how things turn out. Like, what's the word? They don't last. That's it. So don't rush things. Next, making what's important known. So what I mean by that is, example, me. I feel like, well, I don't feel, I know in my relationship, God has to come first, and because God's important to me. Just everything, everything physical should be like you should wait for that in a relationship too. Because like, if somebody is in public with you and they're doing things that you wouldn't normally do in public, they don't respect you in the way of wanting to have a long lasting relationship. If you know, like, they're probably only thinking about one thing. So that's your sign, girls. You act like you don't know. You're like, oh, he's all into me because he loves me, he loves my body. But no, if he touches you and stuff in public and just like too much PDA, he probably wants one thing, and I know you're smart enough to know that. So make the things that are important to you known, and your values and your morals as a woman and a male, because guys need to do that too. The ones who are mature will let you know what they want and what they stand for and what they don't take. So make it known. Next, let the person know. Oh, also, like, your boundaries and what you don't take. It's the same thing, but there is different boundaries, like lines you wouldn't want crossed. So boom. Next, important things just to know in general is being able to laugh with the person. Like, if you are trying to know if you want the person, you can laugh with them, support them, talk to them, open up to them, be yourself. Just being in that person's presence, that's how you know if that's your person. That's how you know. Why my eye look like that behind my hair? I'm so tired, guys. But just being in that person's presence, that's important. Because sometimes you get bored. Like, if you could sit and talk for hours with that person and it not feel like hours, probably your person, Next, important thing is forgiving the past. You can't go into a new relationship talking about the old guy. It's not gonna work. It's not fair to the person, nor is it to you. So forgive the past things that's happened in old relationships and the person. I'm not saying you gotta be close with the person that broke up with or that did you dirty, abuse you. You don't by any means have to talk to them. You shouldn't. But you should forgive the past and be open up to learn somebody new, because everybody's not the same. Some people want the same things, but they're not the same person. You know what I'm saying? So forget the past, spooky. Next, what you want, you need to let them know. You need to let them know. You need to let them know. I think that was the same thing. You need to let them know what you want out of the relationship or the experience. Do you want to be married? I know it's early to talk about that, but what your goals is for when you get in a relationship. It don't gotta be particularly with that person, but what you're wanting, because maybe they'll be like, oh, okay, I can't give you that, then they'll leave. So you need to let them know what you want ahead of time, so you don't waste your time or they don't waste theirs. Boom. That was good. I should drop a boom. Next, affirmations and validation. When I say that, affirmations you need to give your partner or the person you like, and that could just be a random compliment. That could be reassurance, like, of how you feel about them, your goals, what you want out of y'all two being together. But I don't think you should give them validation, because I feel like that comes from a more insecure place. I could be wrong. Don't frisk me. But I feel like that comes from a more secure place when people seek validation. So just give them affirmations like, you're beautiful, this, that. If she's asking, do you find me beautiful? Do you like how I look? I think that's a sign of insecurity. Maybe you should just let her be by herself so she could find inner love and peace with herself before she be with you, right? Next is, like, I'm gonna read y'all the verses I found on this. So first, it's just basically, it's some, oh, if you want something like to help you learn or just stuff to know, chapter 16 of Proverbs, verse 32, it says, boom, better to be patient than powerful, better to have self-control than to conquer a city. So just, it's better to be patient and wait for what God has in store for you than to rush something and not be fulfilled, or waste your time and not get what you wanted all along. So it's better to be patient. Boom. That speaks for itself. Next verse is Proverbs 17:17. And that one says, a friend is always loyal and a brother is born to help in time of need. So you need to have friends that are loyal, a partner that is loyal, that can help you in a time of need, and that does not ask for anything in return. If they ask for something in return, red flag. Just saying. Proverbs 18:1-4, y'all. 1-4. Unfriendly people care only about themselves. They lash out at common sense. Fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air out their opinions. Doing wrong leads to disgrace, and scandalous behavior brings contempt. Wise words are like deep waters. Wisdom flows from the wise like a bubbling brook. So with that one, just don't hang around foolish people. If people lash out and are trying to be loud and get attention and just doing all these negative things, don't be with them in a relationship or a friendship, because energy rubs off, and who you hang around is likely who you will become. People can influence you. They can't force you to do anything, but they could influence who you are. It's happened to the majority of us. Raise your hand. So don't hang around fools, basically. So Proverbs 18:24 says, there are friends who destroy each other, and a real friend sticks closer than a brother. That's basically what I just said. That backs up what I literally just said. Next verse, Proverbs. It's a lot of Proverbs. Proverbs, that's a good chapter. 19 through 20. Chapter 19, verse 22. It says, loyalty makes a person attractive. It is better to be poor than dishonest. Loyalty is attractive. Motivating people is attractive. Being there for somebody and supporting them is attractive. So be a good person, because people say, oh, being a good girl, it's just so lame, it's this. No, it's not. You will get more, receive more, and get the best out of situations when you be a good person. So don't listen to the people who aren't getting what they want. Don't you see them complaining? All kudos to y'all. I'm gonna pray for y'all. Pray for y'all, because I hope y'all get the best too. We all deserve the best. You deserve the best. Y'all, you really do deserve the best. I'm really a motivational speaker. This is crazy. So we're gonna go to 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 14. Sorry y'all, it's just really hard to find that out. 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14 through 18 says, don't team up with those who are unbelievers. How can righteousness be a partner with wickedness? How can light live with darkness? What harmony can there be between Christ and the devil? How can a believer be a partner with an unbeliever? And what union can there be between God's temple and idols? For we are the temple of the living God. As God said, I will live in them and walk among them. I will be their God, and they will be my people. Therefore, come out from among unbelievers and separate yourselves from them, says the Lord. Don't touch their filthy things, and I will welcome you, and I will be your father, and you will be my sons and daughters, says the Lord Almighty. It really speaks for itself. Do not partner up with those who do evil, those who are plotting bad. Like, everybody wants a thug. Why you don't want somebody who pray? Somebody who reads their Bible. I think that's way more attractive. And it will be, you'll get more out of it. People wonder why they don't have long-lasting relationships. It's because you choose to be with people who aren't right for you, and they don't. Those are the type of people that need to find themselves, because usually those people do end up finding themselves in the long run, because God got their back and they find God. So wait till they find God. Hey, y'all probably the ones interrupting them. Sheesh. Next. Okay, so this is a cute. Okay, so this is about love. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Love those who love you. If somebody's showing you they don't love you, don't love them. Don't do it, because you'll end up likely getting hurt, and you don't deserve to be hurt just for the sake of having somebody's company. Learn to be alone, and learn to love yourself and love others and love those who love you back. Boom. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. If you pray to God about a man of God, I'm gonna stop there. If you pray to God about a man of God and you just work on yourself as a woman, you'll get a man of God. Same for the men of God. If you pray to God for a woman of God, you will get a woman of God. And if you do the work to make yourself better, because usually it comes right after you make yourself better and you find yourself. Pray for yourself as well. So, guys, that was a great video. I love talking to y'all about this. stay tuned for more videos. And like I say, nothing, just stay tuned like I just said. So my first point is, when you're desperate, when you're single, I think that means you should take the time to get to know yourself and to get to know God, because you need to give yourself a time period and try to be alone. Because how are you going to be alone when you, like, your boo goes out to the store or has to travel without you, goes to work, is not home for 2 weeks? How are you going to be by yourself? You just need to learn how to be alone and get with God, because I don't mean to be dark, but you die alone. So if you can't live on earth alone, I don't know what you're gonna do in that, you know? But yeah.
I think 56 nights crazy. I think 56 nights crazy. I think me and Yes go crazy. I think me and Young go crazy.